What's up, everybody? Today is the day that we actually start installing the cabinets in my basement bar. This is really going to start finishing the main area of the basement down here, and I've gotten the underlayment already laid, which is in another video. I'll put a link up here, you can take a look at that. But today I'm actually going to start setting the cabinetry, and then that way once I get the cabinets and the island set, I can then go back in and put the LVP flooring down. So this is kind of the first step of that process, and follow along. We'll see how it all looks when I get done. Hopefully I don't mess it up. Alright, I got a couple new things set up here now. I got my studs marked out. It's got all my stud lines marked against the wall, all the way down the line. I also have set up here, based off of this point, that is going to be the cabinet height. I got my laser level set up. I've found the high point in the floor. Luckily for me, the concrete from the highest point to the lowest point in the concrete set up against the back wall here is only about 1/8 of an inch. So found the high point, set up my cabinet measurement from there, and then set up the laser level. So I'm going to draw a laser line all the way across here. That's going to be my counter height. That's going to be the measurement for the back of the cabinets. So that's going to be where I line up this part of the cabinet to all the way across. That way it's nice and straight and level all the way. Alright, I'm going to draw these lines up and get started. Alright, I got these first 3 cabinets in place here and got the faces pulled off of them. That way I can kind of dry fit them, get them test fitted. You can see how I'm going to actually have to shim things. It has to come up just slightly in the back. This back left corner of this cabinet has to come up so it can meet that line. That side has to come up slightly as well. This part I need to actually measure so I can cut holes for this stuff. So I'm actually going to get my Sharpie and put little spots on there and actually mark where I need to make a cut with the drill. And then I'm going to drill holes and I'm going to fit this cabinet back. I'm not super pleased because my plumber, the guy that plumbed this, you can see he actually just made it within the confines of what this cabinet looks like. I was hoping he would actually put it on this side because there's a stud right here. I was hoping what he would do was put the plumbing on this side of the stud so that way it would be more in the center of this. But it looks like it's going to be alright because there's just enough cabinet length there, so we'll just go with it. Next up, drilling. Alright, I got my hole saw set up. I got 2 size holes. Make sure you go a little bit larger than what the actual size of the pipe is. That way, you know, you give yourself a little bit of adjustability. Of course, the battery's dead. Good thing I have another battery that's on the charger upstairs. Hole number 1. Now we're talking. That's a thing of beauty. Holes drilled through the cabinet. This is up here along the line. So this is actually the high point in the floor. As I mentioned earlier, this part of the concrete is about 1/8 of an inch higher than down here. So you want to draw your line, you want to draw your level line off of the highest point of the floor. That way the cabinets that need to come up, you can shim up. So that's what I'm going to do now. I need to get these pushed back into place. That way, I need to get these pushed back into place so I can drill and actually tie them together, and then I'll be able to drill them into the wall or mount them to the wall. Also, one other thing I wanted to mention, some people were asking me why was I doing underlayment like this. I wanted to do the underlayment because I'm actually setting the cabinets down on top of it. And I'm using the underlayment because this is actually a waterproof barrier and a moisture barrier. You can actually use this to prevent any moisture wicking up into the bottom of your cabinetry as you set it down on top of the concrete. So that's why I did it this way. Alright, I got my first 2 cabinets kind of in here. I got them cinched. I got them leveled and shimmed. This one I'm actually starting to do the levels and shims on this side. I got the face plates clamped together so they'll be nice and tight. I have not drilled the holes yet for those. But I got the, these are shimmed so that they're not too far away and they don't smash up against there. Got the screws in. I got the screws in them now. And putting the level across. You can see it's sitting right there in the bubble, which is great. Level side to side. Level side to side. And then also I got them leveled, holding that piece down. I got them here leveled front to back also. All right, you can see it's hard to see that bubble, but leveled front to back also. I got these last two cabinets to put in over there. Then this whole thing will be set. Then I'll be able to put the refrigerator in on this end, and then there will be some additional stuff on the side for over there. Then I'll have to start measuring out and laying, or I'll start measuring out and then putting down the island cabinets as well. Making progress. All right, I got my next cabinet here in place. Let me show you how I'm drilling and actually setting these cabinets together. I got these clamps in place that hold it flush like this, you can see. And then back here I got up the level going. All the shims are in place everywhere. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill a small hole basically right here that then will go through these two front plates and attach them together. And I'm going to do another one down here. That way the cabinets actually have a little bit of strength structurally, you know, side to side, laterally I guess. So when I set this in the drill, I don't want the drill to go too much further than that because I'm using 2.5 inch screws. So I'm using my fingers to mark how far I need to actually set the drill bit into the drill, so that way I don't go too far into the other faceplate. So I'm just going up to where my fingers are. That's going to set the depth. When I put that in, that's how far it's going to go through. Then I can drill the screw in. Let's do it. Alright, there you go, nice and flush. I'll just put another one up here. And that ties them all together. Alright, let me show you the screws that I'm using to hold the faces together. They are 2.5 inches fine thread drywall screws, believe it or not. This is actually what I'm using. I saw this online. There was another video of a guy who was saying to use these screws with the very fine thread. So that way when you pull the cabinets together, the fine threads have less chance of actually splitting the wood. These have actually worked very well, so I would recommend using these as well. The other thing I noticed is trying to put the faces together first and then shim everything and attach it to the wall looks like it actually works a little bit better, keeping everything straight. So I would also recommend doing it that way. So if you're doing this yourself, good luck at home. It's actually not that difficult. It's a little bit nerve-wracking at first, putting the first couple of cabinets down and drilling holes and all that kind of stuff, hoping to not mess up my almost $8,000 worth of cabinets. But so far it's actually going really well, so just a bit of encouragement. Everything's level, everything's shimmed, everything's attached to the wall. It's nice and tight and sturdy. It's awesome. Level bubble. This is great. I'm gonna start putting all the drawers and everything back in now. Refrigerator goes over there. The bar fridge is in place. I got everything measured perfectly. I mean, look at how well that lines up with the edge of that. Right there. All the cabinets are perfectly aligned. And then there's the edge of that one. Nice. It's all coming together. Looking good. What I'm going to do here is this is going to actually get a piece of wood, because the countertop is actually going to extend all the way across the top to this and rest on this piece. And then I have another piece of finishing wood that matches the rest of the cabinetry, and that is going to come from here to the wall straight. Then I have a faux door that's going to sit on the front, so it'll be nice and finished all the way across. It's going to look really nice, I think. Alright, so now I got all the cabinets for the island set. You can see down here I got the doors and the drawer pulled out. I got the doors and the drawer pulled out on those ones as well. I'm using my laser level here. I'm going to get it lined up so that it's straight and in the middle of the wall, lined up with this pendant light, the middle pendant light. The way that the cabinet bar, I can't even talk. The way that the bar cabinets in the back actually line up this way based off of where the sink's going to be mounted is actually offset by about 1.5 inches to the right. That basically is just based off of how I had to get the, how I had to actually get these cabinets to fit in there properly against that back wall. So it's not going to be perfectly centered, but it'll be really close. Your eye really won't be able to tell how much of a difference. So now I'm going to get these cabinets set here in the middle. What I'm going to do here is slightly different. I actually have to, because there's no wall to attach these cabinets to, I actually have to set, I think they're called cleats. I don't know, someone comment down below what these things are actually called, but what you do is you actually set some 2x4 and you drill into the concrete and use these screws called Tapcon screws that actually drill and hold those pieces of wood, the cleats, down to the concrete, and then that way it keeps the island perfectly in place. That's the plan now. Let's get everything kind of dry fit so I can see how it looks, get everything lined up, and then start putting things together. All right, here's my bar fridge. I just took the pieces out. It actually came unscathed. Saw a couple of people that had ordered these. The glass was actually shattered when it arrived, but mine looks to be completely intact. This looks really nice. It's made by New Air. This is the model, in case you're interested. It has sliding stainless doors for wine bottles on this side. It's a dual zone, so you can put 3 wine bottles here, 2 facing this way and 1 facing that direction. Then this side has adjustable racks, and then you can actually put in your bottles or cans of beer or whatever you want on this side. Temperature controls up here, 2 separate zones, really sweet. I want to put this together real quick, and we'll keep going. All right, now I got this laser set up on a stand, and I got the laser directly in the middle of this pendant light, which is going to be the middle of the island. And then on the back of the wall here, I have this as the middle of the wall from side to side. So you can see that laser is right smack in the middle on that line, as well as running right through the middle of that pendant. So now I can transfer, and you can see, it's hard to see, it's red, but here's the laser. This is going to be the middle line of my island right here. I'm measuring, it's going to be 43 inches from the face of the cabinet, not the drawer, but 43 inches from the face of the cabinet to the face of the cabinet here. So the measurement is going to be from this part to the inside here. That is going to be 43 inches. It'll give me about 40 inches of finished space between the cabinets. I already opened up the drawers. Actually set the other cabinet here and then did a test, making sure that the drawers where they were fully opened, they did not run into each other. So do that yourself too, make sure that you don't open the cabinets and they smack right into each other. All right, let's start getting this thing set. All right, I'm at the next step. I got this cabinet laid out. I got it actually measured and squared. I got it centered on that line. Now I got my 4 cleats cut. I'm going to put 2 pieces, one on this side, one on this side. So I'll put them in here so you can see what I'm talking about. Basically, you'll get pieces of wood like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually bolt these down to the concrete using Tapcon screws. And I got 2 other ones. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put one over there and one over there for the other cabinets. So you'll have structural integrity for the actual island here, and it won't move at all. So when you're done, when you get these actually bolted down, you drill, well not drill, but you screw the cabinets into the cleats on either end. All right, let's get to it. All right, so now you can see the lines. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set these up. I'm going to set this up so that this piece of wood is right on this line. I'm going to drill holes into the concrete through the wood and I'm going to set it up with these Tapcon screws. So both sides, both pieces of wood will be lined up like this. 1/4 inch by 3 1/4 inch Tapcon concrete anchors. So now I should be able to take these and screw them down through here, and they will go down into the concrete and hold these cleats all the way down into the concrete and be nice and firm. Alright, here's the second cleat. I'm going to get these started. Quick tip, by the way, when you drill these down into here, make sure you vacuum all of the concrete dust out, otherwise the screws won't go all the way down. Alright, I got the cabinet moved into place. Now you can see where the cleats sit. They're all bolted down. Now I'm going to get my level out, and I'm going to shim everything, and I'll be able to actually screw these into the cleats. And this will be the first cabinet in the island, and it'll be nice and solid. There we go, first cabinet leveled. Alright, now we're going to screw it in to the cleats. Alright, that is the first cabinet mounted. So now that this one is set, we'll get the other cabinet next to it. I'll put another cleat in on this end, so and then bolt it down to that side. The faces will be all pinned together, and then I'll put shoes in the back and we'll pin everything together. It'll be really solid. Alright, I made really good progress today. I got some things planned for this afternoon, so I got to quit for the day, so I'm going to pick up the rest of this tomorrow. I'm going to also try and hopefully get some of the flooring installed tomorrow as well, but we'll see depending on how much time I actually need to get all that done. But let's take a look at the cabinets. I got the 3 main cabinets installed currently. As you can see, they have the cleats down in the bottom, which are secured to the concrete. Got the back row of cabinets in. Refrigerator is in, put together. I only have the corner cabinets now that I need to put in that go here. And then I have to put in the pieces that are going to finish up the side there. And then that'll be it. This is the backer piece. That's going to cover the back of this, so I'll have to cut it down so that it fits. And then I have another piece back behind it. You can't see it very well, but that is the piece that is going to be cut to put these corners in. Making progress. Alright, anyway, this video is getting really long, so I might actually leave it here and edit this video and then put the next video in for the rest of the stuff that I've been doing. So anyway, thanks for following along. This actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Putting together these cabinets was actually pretty straightforward, just kind of tedious getting everything lined up. Anyway, part 2 will have the rest of the cabinets and the finishing, and then I'll also make another video of me putting the floor in, which is right there.